right, so now we're going to make the very fabulous, very complicated Italian grilled cheese sandwich.
This sounds really good.
Oh, it is good.
I tell you, grilled cheese is one of my favorite
Have
sandwiches.
any of you ever had mozzarella in carrozza?
Yeah.
Now she will say it the Italian way. Say it the Italian way.
Mozzarella in carrozza.
Right, which means?
It means mozzarella in a carriage. Because think of it's made with bread. You got two slices of bread with the cheese in the middle. So it's like you think of a wheel going around with the cheese in the middle. So the Italians always have to have something musical to call their food. So mozzarella in carrozza sounds kind of nice, doesn't it?
It does. So what I decided to do was to take this sandwich. So we took the mozzarella, we took the bread, and then and make it into a sandwich that I sautéed, okay? But that wasn't good enough. I had to add something else because I ran it by the boys at home. I have a daughter, and, well, anyway, it's the boys, my son and my husband. And after I made this the first time and sautéed it with just the cheese, and the basil, I'm gonna put some basil in there, they said, "Where's the beef?" Right? Now, that's because this is in a chapter in my book called The Substantial Sandwich. And the idea of this chapter is that you can eat a sandwich for dinner. Did you know that? You can. Why not?
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, well, they just don't admit it.
Right.
I also have a chapter called Breakfast for Dinner. And a lot of people do that too, but usually it's cereal.
Yeah,
in my case, it's a whole bunch
or something.
Well, no, in my case, it's a whole bunch of eggs.
Okay,
so I tried to liberate people. Boy, you did that awfully fast.
Okay.
I tried to liberate people about what they're having for dinner. But so we started with. Do you want to talk about mozzarella?
Okay, she's using a fresh mozzarella. This is not a cow's milk, which would be a round ball. This is a pasteurized mozzarella that you would get in the grocery store. So this cheese is made. The curds are broken off as they are coming up out of the whey. They're broken off. So mozzarella, a fontina would work well with this. Right. A taleggio would be good with this. So anything that melts readily. This is prosciutto crudo, cured with salt and thyme, T-I-M-E, and it's an artisanal product controlled by law.
So now we use good bread. Now, you remember back to the crunch issue? I'm not deep frying this, but I want the crunch. So this is going to sound rather counterintuitive, but we're going to dip this sandwich, which is cheese, prosciutto, fresh basil, cheese, twice, why not, more bread, and then we're going to dip it into our egg wash, which is egg and milk, and then we're going to dip it into a mixture of breadcrumbs and toasted pine nuts dip. Now, soak.
Did we tell them that they should not use spongy, miserable bread?
Not that stuff that goes down to a little spitball.
Right.
I hope none of you work for that company. I'm going to be fired. I keep talking about
Don't mention
specific
that.
I'm not talking about brands. I'm just describing what we do with it.
So you really have to soak this well.
So then you can put this in here.
So now,
and I'll get dirty with this. Okay, and you can do the second one. But the point of this is the crunch, right? Because suddenly you've got all these crumbs on the outside.
And this is how you're faking the deep frying, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably just as fattening. But you know what the heck? I just thought, why not? And this is sort of a cross between a croque monsieur. You all know what that is? It was one of Julia's favorites. It was a ham and cheese French sandwich and the mozzarella in carrozza. I was lucky enough to work with her, so I sort of got the voice down.
You got the accent
down,
down, that's for sure.
Yeah. And she wasn't drunk, I swear. That's how she talked normally.
Julia liked her glass of wine.
She did, but I don't think she ever abused it.
No, not like you.
No. Excuse me. We only had one dinner together, Marianne. I don't remember anything unfortunate happening.
One glass of wine and I go to sleep. That's, Okay, you ready for this one?
Okay, I don't know if I'm talking to you anymore. All right. So then this pan should have been hotter.
I'm going to go wash my hands and get out of trouble.
Yeah, go over there for a while. I don't need to see you for a minute. At any rate, so this just takes a few minutes. The whole point is you really want to get it nice and ooey gooey and melted.
Forget that.
You could throw them in the oven too if you wanted to make it lighter. But a little bit of olive oil is nice.
This is beautiful.
Well, you have to really get it. The thing about mozzarella is it cools off pretty quickly, so you've got to get it at the ooey gooey stage.
But you see what I was saying about using a really good melting cheese, how nice. You want that oozy. You would never get that with this.
Right. Okay. And then you eat it right away. You can't go wrong with melted cheese.
Should I taste? Okay. Look at how beautiful that looks.
This is the food shot. When it melts like that, you have to, you can see the steam coming. Yeah, right.